Hello. Hi, y'all. Southern Red here. How's everybody doing? Sorry I'm late again. I was making gravy for my pot roast, and then I was getting myself fixed up here. I hope everybody's doing well. I am gonna I'm gonna turn myself on the TV and I'm gonna share out my live. I have my new dress on and I even put my boots on. And I'm just waiting for everybody to come in. I see there's one person here. I'm putting myself on YouTube here. Let's see.
I said changes off the
I
table.
got Dr. Romney going already. Okay, let's clear that. Go to my channel and Friday's Live. My down. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to share out my live because I haven't yet. Who's here? I says one person watching. No, you can lurk. That's fine. Hello. Hi, Rose. I hope you're well. Let me go over here and share out my live, and then I'm going to get my food. I'm really hungry. I got my stomach upset again because I took my vitamin too soon, and I should not have done that. Okay. So I got my own notification. So that's nice. Let me share this on my community tab. I'm live. Hey, Anthony. It says 5 are here. I am hungry, like I said, but I'm gonna light my candle. Flames. Oh, I had something I was gonna read to you too. I saw something on Facebook. That's for the flames. Red's followers are flames. If you're new here, I'm Redheaded Riding Hood. I'm a spoken word poet and an author and a musician. I traveled around in my RV for a year, and I'm a mom of 5. I love to cook. I learned to cooking for 32 years for my kids and my husband in Georgia. And that's where the Southern Red part of me comes from. I was in Georgia for 32 years. And my Cali Red character is because I am originally from California. I'm from Southern California. And yeah, that's where the Cali Red character comes from. But today, I'm Southern Red for y'all. Since all you Southern gentlemen like my hair long. uh, um, let's see, what else? What else? I need to get my food because I'm hungry. Oh, I was going to share with you this quote off of. It was very good off of. Okay. In everyone's life, this is an Albert Schweitzer quote. He was a famous person. He's now dead. I believe he was a Christian, though. I think Google it. In everyone's life, at some time, our inner fire goes out. It is then burst into flame by an encounter with another human being. We should all be thankful for those who rekindle the inner spirit. That's Albert Schweitzer. I got it off of a page I follow on Facebook, Terry Hershey. So, yeah, there's that. I finally posted some pictures of the little things you can win. The little bubbles. I'm going to do the big bubbles. But you can win the little bubbles. But I'm going to post the different lives you can look for and do like a fun scavenger hunt. And then if you watch any of my lives for an hour, you can play the scavenger hunt or not, and you can play the scavenger hunt and not, win. Just be like, I found this comment under it. Like I found the live with Van Vita Travels. I found find the live from Pigeon Forge. Southern Red is inspired by Dolly Parton, Miss Dolly Parton, and my friends, Gloria's Life on Wheels and Lava Lindy, are going on a cross-country road trip from California to Tennessee, and they're going to Dollywood. So, y'all, find my live from Pigeon Forge, where I went to Dollywood. I went to Dollywood with Smoky Life Blessed, which used to be Joy Blessed Life channel. When I was in Tennessee, when I was in Pigeon Forge, and I will kind of give it away. You have to find the live. It's a scavenger hunt, y'all. I'm gonna post it more about it on my community tab. But I'm gonna take you guys over here. Oh wait, I need to get my cord too. Let me get my cord. I better get my cord. Okay, I'm getting my cord so I don't run out of power. And I'm bringing it over here to fix myself a plate. I made pot roast. I cooked it last night. I made gravy. I put some cauliflower in my pot roast, and I got potatoes and carrots. I need to find a way though, because my potatoes got brown because I did them last night. I'm gonna cut up this meat and my gravy. God, I just made it like 15 minutes ago. But yeah, let me put you over here. So I'm gonna fix myself a plate. I am hungry because I tried to take my vitamin when I just had some cauliflower from this. I just only tried the cauliflower. And it wasn't enough food on my stomach to for me to be taking my vitamin. So it got me sick. So I'm probably gonna take it again. Since I'm through it out, I'll take my vitamin again. I'm gonna get myself a drink. Barks root beer, yeah. All right, I'm gonna put gravy on my food. That looks good. Comfort food with Southern Red. That goes, right? Okay. Put this over here. And take y'all back over here. Come on, y'all. Where are y'all at? Talk to me. I always see Anthony in the chat. But I appreciate y'all being here, Anthony, and whoever else is watching. You don't have to chat. That's fine. It's fine. I'd like you to say hi, but you don't have to. And, but hi. I'm going to pray and then eat. Yes. I was at Roy and Becky's for a minute, and I saw that you're in the right parade. Did your video go already? Yeah, I don't usually do the raid parade, but sometimes I'll just watch Roy and Becky's video though. Dilla, thank you for this food and all the good things you've given us. Thank you for my YouTube friends and followers. I pray that you would bless them, be with them, be with my friends that need healing, like Lori and Rose. And please bless all my children and grandchildren, Lord. Please keep them safe, watch over them, and protect them. I pray that they would know that you are real and that you love them, Lord. And I pray that they would know that I love them. Thank you for all my friends and family. And I thank you for this food. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah. Yep. There is my pot roast. I can't wait to try it. I got it at King Soopers. That is good. If I do say so myself. That is good. And I'm hungry. I don't usually eat breakfast, but then I ate a little breakfast. I had some of this cauliflower, and then it was too soon to take my vitamin, and then I take it with this, which is too acidic. the vitamin C, and I threw up. I'm sorry to talk about that while I'm eating. My mom would be like, Susan, don't talk about that while you're eating. Not very appetizing. Then I cleaned my potty. So yeah, that's what I did today. So I found out for the little trailer I'm gonna rent next week and go camp somewhere around here. I might go to Rocky Mountain National Park. I don't know. I only need an adapter because I have the electrical that's run to my trailer hitch already. Because I think they did that when they put the trailer hitch on at Toyota dealership. So I just need an adapter that has the 7 thing. I need a 7-prong adapter for this little trailer. There's probably a trick if you cut the potatoes early to not have them get brown like this. They got brown like that in the refrigerator because I peeled them and cut them up last night so that when it was done in the morning, I put it in last night and it cooked while I slept. And then this morning I put in the potatoes and cauliflower and carrots. But the brown spots on the potato, that's why, because I peeled and cut them early, but they still taste good. It's good. I'm going to open up this my root beer. Hey, Ronald. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I'm so hungry. I'm having pot roast. It's good. Very, very good. And I put cauliflower. Thank you so much for praying for me, Ronald. I really appreciate it and I need it. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. My kids used to listen to it. We sing Bible songs. Well, I used to listen to it with them. And it was very, very cute. All these cute little songs on there. Like that. Since I threw up my vitamin, I'm going to take it again. I'm pretty good. There's stuff going on. Like, I'm the youngest of 7, so there was always things going on with my family and my my 5 brothers and 1 sister. Always stuff going on, you know? Hey, Peg. Hi. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Nancy. Hi. Hello, hello. I'm having pot roast, and I put cauliflower in my pot roast. I thought of doing that at the last minute. And then I upset my stomach this morning because I tried some cauliflower, but I didn't really eat enough. And then I took my vitamin, and it wasn't enough food on my stomach to take my vitamin, because I take a multivitamin and I take the vitamin C, and I think it's probably the vitamin C. Well, it's probably just too much stuff on an empty stomach. So yeah, so I'm taking my vitamin again because I lost my breakfast because the cauliflower wasn't enough food on my stomach to take my vitamin. So it's always warm in here with my wig on. I'm going to probably turn the air down. And I left my cupboard open, and I'm so OCD it's bothering me. I'm to go over there and close it. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry, I'm back. I'm going to have some of my Prince of Peace cappuccino that I had yesterday. And excuse me. I had a piece of quiche in the microwave because I got up when I started to feel my stomach upset, and I was like, oh shoot, that wasn't enough food for me to take my vitamin. And I got up and I put a piece of quiche in the microwave to eat. I also had like a tablespoon some peanut butter. Hey, Roy and Becky. Thanks for coming in. Hey. You have to get gas for the generator. Okay. Oh, is it too cloudy maybe, huh? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. 10 watching. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. So, yeah. So, right when I put the quiche in the microwave, I was like, oh, no, this is not going to work. And I ran to the bathroom, and I was sick. Yeah. So, sorry if that's unappetizing. And so I forgot and left it. And then I was like, oh, I just don't have time for this. I'm just not going to. Gosh, when was it? It was probably at noon or whatever. And I'm always like running behind at like, I did all this in 5 minutes, you guys. I was making my gravy at 12:45. I'm going to do my cappuccino. It's so good, you guys. I found this at Ross. I got this dress at Ross too. Prince of Peace cappuccino at Ross. It goes with the theme of comfort food, right? Southern Red's comfort food. Oh, I should get a. You know what? You know what else I'm going to do? Let me get the cupcakes I was talking about, the red velvet cupcakes that I have in the freezer. Let me get one out and put it in the microwave for a few seconds, um, and see if it's still good. They're from May. I made them for Albert to take them to work, and it ended up good because like Albert's birthday is the beginning of July, and that's when I was leaving, and it was like, oh, I was like, I'm glad I made the cupcakes for him early because then I went to Europe in July. So it keeps storming here. It did again last night, but it wasn't it wasn't a really rough one. Sometimes like there's a breezeway through here, my apartment. Sometimes when it gets really bad, like the wind will whistle, will whistle through the breezeway when it gets really bad. But it wasn't like that, but it did rain. But I love the sound of the rain at night when I'm going to sleep. I put it on my YouTube sometimes and listen to it when I go to sleep. Well, all the time, really. I got water. That is hot. Yeah, I used to always freeze my red velvet cupcakes for my Airbnb because I got sick of them because I would make them all the time for my Airbnb. So I put a lot of them in the freezer. And I discovered that's when I discovered that if they're out too long and aren't eaten, the red from the cake will bleed into the. So I've always said I need to make them for Halloween. The red from the cake food coloring will bleed into the white and they'll look like they're bleeding. So that's why they would be good to make for Halloween if you make them early. Ah, Lindy's here. Hey, hello. How is it going, Lindy? You're working on your van. That's good. Thanks for listening. Yeah, Crystal was doing that yesterday while she worked in her van, but then she had to go inside because it was 100 degrees. It was like a yikes. Yes, don't. That can be kind of dangerous. That can be dangerous. I shouldn't say kind of dangerous. So I'm having my bloody cake. Yep, that's what it would turn into, and so that's when I started being more careful. I would just take a certain amount out and I put the rest in the freezer, and they usually would keep very good. And you put them in the microwave for a few seconds. I'm trying to think how many. Maybe 10. Thank you for praying for me. Yeah, like I said, I need it. I'm trying to pray more all the time. You can't really pray too much. Oh, and I was going to read you a prayer. So I'm doing this study for. I'm going to read you the prayer today from Ephesians. I'm doing this study for. It's experiencing the Trinity for Sunday school at church. It's by Daryl Johnson. He has a YouTube. So it's really good. And right now I'm in the last chapter, and he's talking about the prayer in Ephesians chapter 3. So oh, you just got a huge solar unit and you're trying to fit it in the van. Wow. So when Albert comes over, and I need to message the boys today to tell them now I have pot roast. So I have pot roast and quiche for them. So I think I might be getting a visit this afternoon. So that's always great when I see my kids. And Albert is almost like one of my kids. Like he's been friends with Ian since they were both 10 years old. So yeah. So David, hey, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Did you get your package yet? I'm going to get my cupcakes. So this is what I do. I put them in the freezer, right? And these have been in the freezer since May. So we're going to test it out and see if it's still good. They look good. Because the recipe makes a lot. The recipe will make like 30 or will almost make, it'll make 2 dozen at least. And then it's a little more than 2 dozen. I have 3 cupcake pans that are 12 each. And I use them when I make the cupcakes, and it usually makes not 3 dozen. It usually makes less than 3 dozen, but it usually makes like 2.5 dozen. So depending on how full I fill them, I'm gonna take a sip of this. Oh, it's so good. I love this Prince of Peace cappuccino. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the microwave for a few seconds, and let's see how it is. Just like 11 seconds. So you guys, I've got the Southern Red thing going on. I even got my boots. I did get some shoes yesterday, but I got these a little while ago. I think it was at Marshall's though. I think I got these at Marshall's. But I got the dress at Ross. So let's see. In the you did get no, nothing yet. Okay. Mail things. So you're working on your apartment. Yeah, okay. So we'll see how this cupcake is after you know what, even it might not. I think I took these to Philly. I took them to Philly, but Claire Bear doesn't really like red velvet cake. She's not really keen on cake unless it has fruit on it. I think I took these to Philly. I took some of these to Philly when I went to Philly in May. And then I brought them back. So they've been frozen, refrozen. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I think I did take these to Philly. That's crazy. These cupcakes have been across the country and back. These are Nomad cupcakes. I bought some of these to Roy and Becky and Carol and Lindy and It's not bad. I feel funny testing my own food and saying it's good. 2 thumbs up. So if I do say so myself, I mean it's okay. It's been in and out of the freezer. In the cooler to Philly and back. It's crazy. I got this recipe from the McCormick site. They do the red food coloring and the vanilla. So I don't always get that brand, but I do sometimes. These are pretty good. I can't believe it. May. I made these in May. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm freezing now. A lot of stuff. I still have cheesy broccoli soup in the freezer. That's from months ago. It's from like, so, hey, yeah, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. Not going to be good for my diet though. But I'm okay to lose weight slow as long as I'm still losing weight. And I'm probably not going to eat that much for the rest of the day. So, okay. This Raccoon Cup is from Raccoon Mountain in Chattanooga. So, and if you find a live from there, watch it for an hour, comment, make a comment on it, send me your address, and I'll send you some little things from my collection. It's my collection. That's the Little Mermaid, what the Little Mermaid says. This is in the collection. See? My mini-me. Yeah, because they used to call me Mermaid in high school. And then Disney came out with the Little Mermaid with red hair. So Disney copied me. No, just kidding. Disney copied me. Oh, too hot. I need to throw some ice in this to make it an iced coffee. It's the wig. The wig makes me hot. But but I'm already hot, right? It's 86 out today and cloudy. Not too bad. It doesn't look like it's gonna rain though. That's crazy. It might change its mind though. It's very cloudy. It says cloudy. 86, low of 59. What's the temperature where y'all are? So, today you know what? I was going to talk about this book that I didn't bring over here. Wait, let me go get it. Gonna go get it. I was going to talk about this book. It's really good. And it's about having boundaries. Boundary boss. 87. 66. That's chilly. Well, it's evening there too, right? What's the high there, David? It was pretty comfortable. It was comfortable when I was in London. It was I think it was around like 75 during the day. 75, 80, and then like yeah, like 66 something in the evening. So, gonna read you a devotion. Gonna read you a devotion. I was 70. That's cool. It's nice though. That's a sunny day there. I forgot where Peg is. Peg, you're back east, aren't you? I'm I'm thinking you told me before, Peg. 88 in Iowa. Yeah, that's about like what it is here. It's 86. Yeah. 80s is not too bad. Somebody in Florida was saying it was like 100 something degrees. That's not normal. I lived in Boca Raton from the time I was 12 till we moved to Joy. I met my ex there, and I met my hubby there. We had our first child in South Florida. We lived in Delray Beach, and then we went up to Georgia and had the rest of the slew of kids. The other 4 kids. Today is my brother-in-law's birthday. I was thinking about today, y'all. You know how Red ended up with 7 brothers? You know how Red ended up with 7 brothers? Because my hubby had 2 brothers. So I ended up with 2. I was the youngest, but I ended up with 2 younger brothers, 2 little brothers, because my ex has 2 brothers, and it's my brother-in-law's birthday. So happy birthday, Jay. And maybe we'll send him a happy birthday on the Facebook. On the Facebook. Ciao later. Okay. Bye. Oh, you're in Iowa too. Okay. Cool. Nice. 101. Sheesh, Roy. Off to the gas station. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know it's late there. Well, not late, but that's a good time for a live stream too, though. That's why I went live at that time. I went live at the same time a couple times in Portugal and I went live even later than this in Windsor. Yeah, I'm gonna put the rules, but like watch. You can pick anything too, like. And you guys, I'm gonna let you win more than I was saying like 3 times. I'm like, you can win. Like, it depends on how many hours you want to watch of Red, and how many times you want to win. I'm gonna let people win as many times as they want to if they want to watch. 10 of my lives. What should I put the cap on? I don't know. You can 10. It's 10 little things. This is one of the more expensive little things, but you can win this adapter for. Maybe David wants this. You can win this adapter for the UK. Find my lives from Windsor. Find my lives from the UK. Watch for an hour. Leave a comment. I'm going to post I keep saying that, but I will do it today. Definitely today or tomorrow, I will post the like legit rules and lives for you to look for. Like I already said, find the live where Van Vita Travels interviews me. Find the live from Windsor. Find the live from not. I'm not at Dollywood, but I'm at Pigeon Forge. I'm at the Pigeon Forge KOA. Find the live from I said Chattanooga. So, hey Diane, hi, how are you? How's it going? I'm Southern Red today, y'all. So I should say, how y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I posted a song with Zach Williams and Dolly Parton. It was Jesus. I posted it on my community tab. And so like Southern Red is definitely was inspired. Dolly was definitely inspiration for Southern Red, definitely. And Southern Red is because I was 32 years in 32 years in Georgia. So I learned to cook Southern. I learned to be Southern. So let me put this video in the. I love this song I found with Zach Williams and Dolly Parton. There was Jesus. Why is my phone doing that? I have my phone on silent, but I guess it's sort of because it's setting on top of my scissors, I guess it's sort of was loud for being on silent. What the heck? I'm drinking my Prince of Peace cappuccino. I'm being so bad, you guys. I gotta do better because I still want to lose some more weight because I wouldn't say I'm fat though. I don't say that. That's what mean people say. I'm not fat. I'm still a little fluffy though, so I'm gonna lose a little bit more. But yeah, I lost 30 pounds, so I'm proud of myself. And I'm finding as I love myself more, I have better boundaries, which is what I was going to talk about. Oh, and I want to give you another song. This is not Christian, but I listened to this the other day and I hadn't listened to it in a long time. But I had this album of Meghan Trainor's, and it's called I Love Me. And yeah, I do love me. So people's BS remarks don't bother me nearly as much as they used to. And that's not to say people shouldn't, it's okay that people make those remarks. It's not. It's wrong for people to be so mean, but I'm growing and I love me. I love me. She does it with this rapper dude, I guess, Lunchbox Lewis. Check it out. That's not a Christian one. But the Bible says to love your neighbor as you love yourself. So if you don't love yourself, so the Bible doesn't outright say you should love yourself, but God loves you It says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So you're obviously supposed to love yourself. God's not against you loving yourself. God doesn't want you to hate yourself. And God doesn't want you to harm yourself. The self-harm, the suicide, no, God is not. It's not the unpardonable sin though. When Jesus died, he covered all of our sins. He covered everything. Every sin you commit in the future, past, present, future. I mean, Jesus died way long time ago. But he covered everything. So it's not the unpardonable sin, but it is a sin. So, and I was when I said it when I prayed the other day, is Dana Morningside is another narcissistic abuse coach. I don't know how active she is anymore, but she said something once that really, it was just a little thing. She said something once that really helped me because I was struggling with that when I was so depressed. I was just like, I just didn't want to be here anymore. And it was not for a long period of time. Thankfully, I climbed myself out of that hole. But Dana Morningside said, and she wasn't one of my favorite narcissistic abuse channels, but she said, take that option off the table. Take that option off the table. Don't go there. Don't even go there. So, I think that's a good idea. If you're able to get to that point and get help, see a therapist, see a mental health professional, do whatever you can. Get help for your mental health. I'm going to put a different banner today. I'll put this banner. Yeah. There is that banner. I also have the other one. I'll run it later. That's my email address, which is redheadedwritinghood@gmail.com. But yeah. And I'm gonna read the one from today. I read it and I was like, yes, that's the one I want to read. That is the one I want to read. Okay. This is a good one. These are always good. This is, again, Letting God, Christian Meditations for Recovering Persons by A. Philip Parham. You can probably find it on Amazon. I should look. Let me see. Because it's a really good book, y'all. Let me see something. No, wrong one. What the heck? Airbnbs came up. I obviously clicked on the wrong thing. Let me do that again. Amazon. Hey. Okay, I'm looking for it. Oh, he has it. I'm not sure if that's him. That's not. Sheesh, I don't. I found it. 1680. I will show you. Christian Meditations for Recovery. A. Philip Parham. I found it. Yeah, I'm so excited. This link is so long, I don't know if it will fit, but I'm going to try it. You can tell me if this link works. Oh my goodness. Probably not, because that's all that's there. Wait a second. What? Let me look at mine and see. No, that's not it. Wait. It did. Okay, it does. Yay. And it did one part of it. I don't know. I don't know what it did, but it works. That's weird. It did the rest of it on the other. That's it. It works. It works. That's awesome. That's funny. Okay, cool. Okay, and I'm going to read this. The apostles said to the Lord, increase our faith. Luke 17:5. That's a great prayer to pray. That's what I've been praying, because that's what happened. I lost my faith, and well, I was angry too. I was angry and bitter, and I lost my faith. That's what I felt. I was just like, I lost my faith. I just lost my faith. Because you have to work. The Bible says faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So if you want it, Jesus said, ask, seek, knock. Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. And the man that wanted Jesus to heal his, I think it was his daughter, Jesus would always say, if you believe, and he just pleaded, he said, I believe, help thou my unbelief. And I feel we need to say that sometimes. So anyways, this one's really good. Yeah, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Right. Exactly. And I'm always so slow to believe them. I'm always giving so many chances, and that's why I wanted to talk about this today, Diane. And we'll get to that, but let me read this devotion first. What does success mean? When does it come? This list may be familiar to you. Einstein couldn't speak until he was 4. Isaac Newton was rated a poor student. Beethoven was called a hopeless magician. Thomas Edison was judged too stupid to learn. Walt Disney was fired for having no imagination. Can you imagine that? Walt Disney. And Winston Churchill failed the 6th grade and was expelled from school. Nevertheless, each of these geniuses woke up and started achieving. They were late bloomers, but they bloomed. Failure did not defeat them. Recovery is like the old story of 2 frogs that fell into a container of cream. Naturally, they tried to get out but couldn't make it. One frog gave up trying, sank to the bottom, and died. The other frog thrashed about, keeping his long legs paddling in the cream, and made a great stir. Gradually, the frog began to feel solid footing. His legs, whipping like egg beaters, got traction, and finally he leaped out of the bucket. He had churned the cream to butter. Success and recovery may not take place right away, but it will come as surely as butter comes from cream, if it is churned. We work the steps, and by constant repetition and stirring, we make it to the top. Dear Lord, increase my efforts. Keep my energy high. Don't let me stop trying. Amen. I will read my, yeah, I can imagine. It happens with a lot of people. And I also feel like, I had been going through a dark night of the soul, which Catherine Marshall talks about. It's so cool. My new friend from church, Aisha, was talking about, I was like, you didn't say Catherine Marshall? I was like, that's why I'm a Christian writer. Catherine Marshall, because of Catherine Marshall. So Catherine Marshall writes about, and Aisha was saying that to me on Sunday. I was just like, "You kidding me?" And she got a book at a like a white elephant thing, and I don't think she had ever heard of her. But Catherine Marshall was Peter Marshall's wife, and Peter Marshall was a chaplain of the U.S. Senate. And Catherine Marshall became a Christian writer because she was writing about her husband who passed away, and she wrote A Man Called Peter. But then after that, she kept writing, and she wrote the series that was on television, Christy, about the missionary in Appalachian Mountains. And so, yeah, it's a pretty cool story. I was inspired by her, and I didn't tell anybody. And then I got a gift of a book. It wasn't a book by her, but at a gift exchange, and the person was a writer and said, "This book is for someone who's thinking of being a Christian writer." And I was like, that book is for me. So it was pretty cool. So I don't know why it did this. So it did that when I posted the link. And so I don't know why. And that's why I thought it wasn't going to work, because that won't work. I don't know why it did that. That was funny. That was funny. But yes, I have seen it now, because you kept saying you should see The Chosen. You should see. A lot of other people, not a lot of other people, but other people did too. But yeah, you were saying that, and I was like, I really do need to watch it. I don't know if some have came out now that I haven't seen. I don't know if I've seen the new ones coming out yet. I need to check. As I'm about to I have all these apps like Hulu, Disney, Netflix, Peacock that I'm really not watching anymore, and I'm trying to save money. And then I also joined, and I looked at it the other day, and I'm like, why did I join that? I don't need that. I don't hardly use it. Is Amazon Prime. No. So I'm going to cancel all those things to save money, because yeah, I need to save money. I need to save some of my mom and dad's money for my tiny house, our condominium, our little house that I want to get when I move out of my apartment. So let's talk about boundaries. And she talks about being a high functioning codependent. And yeah, I can relate to that. And so I listened to this on Audible, and then I was like, I need to get the book. I need to get the actual hardcover book, because I need to go through it again, because I so need this. Years ago, I read, just because you read a book. There's a verse in James that says, be doers of the word, not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. So yeah, I knew I needed to learn to do it, not just listen to it. I was like, I need this book, and I need to do these things. And so difficult when I look back and seeing things and wondering, but I'm not gonna beat myself up, but wondering if I had stood up against that instead of running away, maybe things now wouldn't be going the way they are. But and this is what it was. It was a lack of boundaries. It was a lack of tough love. It was a lack of me saying, hey, this is not right, and let's not do this. I'm not going to put up with disrespect of me in my own house. I should say, no, I'm not going to put up with that. So, and then we had this dog that was, usually sweet with us, but bit some people. It bit a little girl I was watching once. And when it bit another person, my vet suggested we put the dog down. I couldn't do it. We weren't in a place where we weren't in the city where they make you. And so, yeah. And so now yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Jairus's daughter. Yeah. Yeah. He was the one that said, I believe, help thou my unbelief. Right. Yeah. You know what? I did download that app, but I download so many things on my phone, and I need to go through my phone also and take off apps I don't use anymore, because I think Apple took it off because I wasn't using it, because it'll do that. And so, yeah, I think it did. But anyways, things like that, what I said, the dog. And then also, sometimes I would go out of my way, and I still have done this recently. Go out of the way in my codependency and my wanting to be a good person. And even when I was away from God, I was still, and these are the things that slowly drew me back to God. It's like, why is that good? Because I was still trying to be a good person. And it's like, why is that being a good person? It might be because it's in the Bible. I don't know. But I was still even in my codependency. And I found when I was away from God, I was not as conscientious about, anything. I was definitely worse with boundaries. And I was hanging out with people that I would not have hung out with before. I was still trying to help people, and I was still being so codependent and trying to be people's savior. It was even someone I used to go live with, and helping this person out to the point of, it's like, hey, I mean, and when I was in my house, years ago, when I was in my house, we would help out like homeless people. We would help, young person. She wasn't a teen anymore, but she was in her 20s. A young person from church came and lived with us. And like, I was not thinking about, hey, how is this affecting my kids and my children and my family? They need to come first. It was scary, some of the things I did. We brought a homeless person into our house, and it was dumb. It was stupid. It was only for one night, but still, it was, in one night, we could have all been dead. It was a woman, it wasn't a man, but still, in one night, we could have all, she could have killed us all. My husband let me do it too. My husband can be very codependent also. Thanks for coming in, Dave. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Be on the lookout for my book that's coming in the mail. So there'll be a test. No, just kidding. I'm going to read a poem from my book. Let's see, where did I put it? Ah, here it is. Nope, that's not it. I have my friend's book right here because Roy and Becky were talking about the Amish, and it was very interesting. But I kept thinking about Lori's book. This is my friend Travels for Daniel's book, and I haven't read all of it, but I got the gist of it. And all the Amish people are not wonderful, and so great. They're just like any other people. They're people like all of us. They have faults and all of that. Wanderlust. Hey, hello. Rochelle, right? Rochelle. Hey, Judy. Hello. How are you? How are you, Wanderlust? Things are going in every second for a reason. Christ molds us as we grow from the not knowing and knowing places in our life. Just today, I had to shut my mouth and ask, what do I need to learn? Oh, God, I need to do that every day. Hi, Judy from Pasadena. That's where my sister-in-law was from. I put this little necklace on that my sister-in-law gave me. It's got a heart on one side. Let me get closer. It's got a heart on one side and a cross on the other side. And it opens up like this. And it says, what does it say? Everything is exactly as it should be. And then it says, trust and pray on the other side. I'm standing up and you can't see. So it opens like that. Yeah, and that's from my sister-in-law, and she was from Pasadena. She's the one that had breast cancer. When I left St. Louis area in November, I ended up at my brother's in Santa Clarita in December, and was there from December till about, I went away for a month to St. Louis area and came back, but I was there with my sister-in-law right before she passed away in January. Was with her for a month. She passed away in January. Ready to get on the road. My sister-in-law passed away in January 9th, 2021. Yeah. And I had arrived there a month right before that. So I got to spend her last month of her life with her and her last Christmas. And it was really sweet and bittersweet. It was sweet and sad. Sad but sweet. But yeah, she gave me this. So she gave me a lot of stuff, and then I got a few more of her things when she passed. But I was trying to think about it today. I was like, I think she gave me this though before she passed. Because we would go and we went Christmas shopping. We left the keys in the convertible on the top down, and thankfully it didn't get taken. Went in Christmas shopping, and I was like, I'm like, wait, my laptop's in the back. Let me put it in the trunk, and we'll just leave the top down and come right back out. But we left the key. because I had my keys to her car and she had her keys to her car. And oh, she left her whole purse in the car. It was just, and then we just laughed. I wasn't supposed to tell my brother, but I did. That's, you know, that's a boundary thing too. I'm like too honest. Like none of your business, brother. What girls are doing. She was like, shh, no, I don't tell him those things. But just thank God we didn't get robbed silly. You know, they could have taken the convertible, the keys, the cards, the money, everything. But let me put my laptop in the computer because my laptop in the trunk in the computer, my laptop in the trunk. But you know, they could just the top was down, so they could just pop the trunk anyways. Girls just want to have fun. But we were shopping though. Oh, it was fun. It was fun. Yes, that's good to read it every day. Yeah, my necklace, I should. Every little thing is going to be fine. What I do with my book. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to mention my friend travels for Daniel, her book that she gave me when I was in Quartzside. And let me drop her link real quick. Then I'm going to, let's see. So I've had her on my show before. Her son passed away, took his own life, and so that's why she does her travels for Daniel channel and tries to raise awareness and stuff. I might have her on again. I'm thinking too. Some people I've had on, and I would have on again. So she's one that I could get an update from. I was also thinking like her soul vacation. I would like to get an update from Claudia of her soul vacation. That's a good channel. So I'm thinking up more people to interview too and do that once in a while. I usually will do that on the Monday night lives. And I'm having so much fun. I'll have to see when I start my job because I did get the job lifeguarding. How it works with the schedule if I'm working early in the morning because they open at like the pool like opens at like 5:45 or something. That I might still be able to go live at this time or I might go live a little later in the afternoon. We'll have to see how my times work out when I start my job. But I wanted to say my poem on the 12 steps and let me go over here and get my book because I don't see it. I didn't bring it over here. Let me go over here and get it. Hey! Hey, Brandon, how are you? How are you doing? I'm sorry I didn't contact you when I was in the UK, Brandon. It wasn't planned at all. And I was only there 2 days. He has a cute little channel. Let me get my Oh, hey, Lindy. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me see. Are you still No, I don't have you as a mod. I had you as a mod on your other channel. You can be a mod though. Um, do you want to be a mod, Lindy? I'll put you as a mod. There. Brandon and Lindy are mods. Let me read you my 12-step poem from this. Oh wait, no, I want to read the woman you gave me. Let me read the woman you gave me because it says something about boundaries. And this is how I was. This is how I was when I was a stay-at-home mom. Just go, do everything, people pleasing. It was just very codependent, just like I want to do what everybody wants me to do and fix everybody and help all the homeless people and help all those in need. And it's just like my own family, like I wasn't paying enough attention to them, And you're welcome, Brandon. So you have to come around a little more. Don't be a stranger. Yeah, I need to go over to your channel too. I haven't been over there in a while. But I love his he has ones from when he was little that his dad filmed, and they're so cute. I love those videos, Brandon. The vacuum cleaner and stuff. This poem is called The Woman You Gave Me. And it's in a 7-story tree. If you want a copy of this book, you can PayPal me any amount, the links below, and email me your address. I will switch to the banner with my email. That's my email. Okay. Add one more thing. So you added one more thing, but you moved 20 things. Is that what you mean, Lindy? So this is called the woman you gave me. And it's rough. No. Just listen. And the title came from Genesis 3, verse 12. Then the man said, the woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate. It kind of goes with the title. 7-story tree. No. The tree is many things. It's the family tree. It's the tree in the Bible. You'll be like the tree planted by the rivers of water if you abide in God's word. It's that tree. It's all those trees. So, the woman you gave me, you tell us to dress modestly, yet my man looks at pornography. Get a job. No, stay at home. You're damned either way. Because, if you get a job, you're a bad mother. If you don't get a job, you don't contribute. You're damned either way. Fry the bacon up in a pan, make you feel like a man. It's his world, Have your babies naturally. Nurse them. It's more healthy, see? Never say, what about me? Live your life selflessly. Barefoot pregnant, and when you're not, you should be rail thin. So you only cook for him. Shut the door, come right back in. Carpool, help out everyone. Volunteer, yeah, it's so fun. Yet you're always on the run. Tired, exhausted, disillusioned. A desperate plea, Lord, help. Enough, he says, peace be still. Who are you living for, them or me? Do you want to be made free? Guard your heart, it belongs to me. You give respect, now demand it back. Don't dwell on all the things you lack. You are perfect to me. Teach your kids, your husband too. One person can't do it all for you. To be healthy and sane, you must have boundaries. God's yoke is easy and light. It's not restrictive and tight. He leads you on the path that's right because you are precious in his sight. Oh, let me read this one. I don't think I've read this on here before. This one's called Wide Awake, and it was actually inspired by the Katy Perry song. I love that song and that video. Oh my goodness, where she punches the prince. I'm drinking my Prince of Peace cappuccino from Ross. So, yeah, this was actually inspired. Let me see. It might have been also inspired by the Pink song. Wait, what happened to you? There you are. Yes, that's it's about boundaries. That's why I wanted to read that one. Because like you can't be everything to everybody. It's exhausting. And then things that I allowed, I feel like are coming back to haunt me. And how many more people, because I didn't get that dog put down, I didn't have the courage to do it, and I didn't want my son to be upset, although the dog also bit him, by accident. He was coming in the front door and she didn't recognize him, and our other family dog was barking, and she bit my son. And after that too, she bit my other son's girlfriend, because they took her back up to college. Because at first he had her to be at college, and she bit some people up there. And then when she was home, she bit a little girl I was watching. It was horrible, and I should have, and now I'm afraid, like how many because I didn't put her down, she bit my younger son that's here, his girlfriend. And I'm just, I can't go into all of it, but I'm just very concerned and need to pray. This poem's called Wide Awake, and it was inspired by the Katy Perry song, I'm wide awake. Let me see this. Let's see. You can find it. I love this video. Yeah, and it has the California girls in the beginning of it. But anyways, please excuse that. But it was inspired by that, because we need to be awake. That's in the Bible too. Awake, O sleeper, and rise, and Christ will shine on you. It's in Ephesians. But and Katy Perry did used to be her parents are pastors. I follow her parents on Instagram and stuff. But anyways, let me read you this one, because it's about the search for Mr. Right. The search. And that moment where she punches the like, yeah, there's no such thing as, okay, let me just read the poem. Wide awake. Somehow, somewhere, could there be someone who will love me for me? I fell asleep and dreamed a dream of a fair prince upon a horse, who sought a princess rare and true, for her purity sparkled through, like the jewels in her princess crown. But at last I awoke and looked down, to see my chains which did choke, my life was ebbing away. Then one day I realized my longing heart can't be filled by mortal man. Only the amazing King of the universe can. He breaks my chains and soothes my heart's deep ache, and I find I'm wide awake. Quit your search, call off the hunt. Even Solomon found that all earth's riches couldn't satisfy. That's in Ecclesiastes. Till the day he found in God his rich and full supply. At last I found the only one with a capital O, who will love me for me. Won't you come to him and taste and see? For he is good, as Katie used to say. There is no need to pretend. The story's over now, the end. And they lived happily ever after. Yeah, that was inspired by Katy Perry. And the verse I put before this is a verse I put before this. Isaiah 54:5. For your maker is your husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, and your Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. He is called the God of the whole earth. Yeah, you were married to Mr. Right. He abandoned our family. Jesus is the only man in my life now. Yes, Jesus is the only man in my life right now, but I'm cautiously optimistic, Judy. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't want to be totally closed off to the possibility, but I have very, very, very strict boundaries. Yeah, boundaries now. Where's the book? I have very, very strict rules now. Very, very strict rules now. And I really don't think I've said a couple of times I've sworn off online dating. So I wouldn't like never say never because I've said I'm never going to do that again. But the only thing really, the only people I've found on there mostly are people that want sex or men that want sex. And that was the only thing it worked for was when I was away from God. And I tried that and it was really awful. I was celibate for many years. The whole 32 marriage, I I was I was so busy. I didn't cheat on him. I was tempted at times, but I never cheated on him. And I had only been with him since I was 18 years old. So he was the only man I'd been with until I was 51 years old. And yeah, 51 years old. And then I was date raped when I first tried online dating. And so the only time when I went back to it was when I was just away from God and I was just like, well, what the heck, because then I chose to give up my celibacy for Muhammad, and then he ended up being fake. And so that's why I was just so bitter. And then my daughters weren't talking to me, and I was just so angry. And I was denying that I was angry, and I was denying that I was running away. You're never too old to date. I had a great aunt. Her name was Great Aunt Jenny. I shared her picture on Instagram. I have her old picture with a bicycle. I had a great Aunt Jenny. She lived in Los Angeles near us. She moved from back east because my mother's family was from Massachusetts area, the Boston area. But she must have moved from there. But she was an old maid, what they called in those days. She never married until she was 80 years old. And the story is on Ancestry. I found the story on Ancestry.com. And yeah, so you're never too old. Hopefully, my son will get married and give you grandkids to play with. I pray that for you, but it's up to you. I don't think you're ever too old to date, but if you don't want to, that's your choice. So, but I have strict boundaries now. And I know I really blame myself for for both things really. Because Mohammed was not someone I would have dated, but he was just so charming, and he was a doctor, and he was Islamic, and that was against my rules before, but I broke all my rules, for him. And I was already sort of set up, and I was already so disillusioned. I blamed myself for the date rape, which happened a year before that, which happened in 2017, because I went to the man's house. And I told him, I didn't want to sleep with him, and I wanted to wait, and I just totally wasn't ready. I totally was not ready, and I was going to, I wanted to wait till I remarried. So much for that. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. I understand that completely. I'm hoping that God has someone out there for me that's not a man child. I'm hoping so, Judy, but anyways, we will see. Jesus might be coming back soon, so we'd going. We'd be going. We might be going through some stuff though. That's what I feel like. I'm like, okay, God must be preparing me for stuff that's gonna go down. Yeah. Lindy stopped dating at 37. I didn't have the time to commit to a relationship. Now, 40 years later, just happy as a clam. Lots of male friends. Yeah, that's good. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be so closed to it. I'm wondering, my mother-in-law, didn't want to, date anymore. When she broke up with my father-in-law, she was just like, I'm done. So, I'm trying to wonder. She was in her 60s, but yeah, and they didn't really divorce, so it would have been complicated. But yeah, she just doesn't want to. But she's I like being funny with my name, my last name story. She's a whole other story too. She's a whole other story. Yeah. But yeah, she didn't want to. She's like, no, I don't want to. My father-in-law wanted to get but he can't technically remarry unless he says he's divorced, but he's not. Anybody dating my father-in-law out there, he's not divorced. Oh my goodness. There goes Red getting in trouble again. Oops. Sorry. Oops. Did I say that? My former mother-in-law is engaged again at 70. Wow. But more power to her, Right. Your courtside address is on your new driver's license? Does that make things easier? Hopefully. I hope so, Roy. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but does it make things easier, hopefully? Oh, don't be finished. You're just we're just taking a break, Diane. We're just taking a break. Oh, yeah. That's the key. You're 61, never married, barely dated, no kids. I could not be more content. Yeah. Um, yeah, there's issues. I think if you have, like I think of my parents and how complicated their life was because of my brothers and, my siblings' uh, difficulties and problems, and just it made their golden years just sometimes sad. My brothers were passing away, and you know, my one brother was in uh, prison, and then my oldest brother died of heroin addiction. Right? Nope. Uh, mm, but they're not all the same, you know? And that's really kind of what I was pointing out, like, because Roy was talking about a lot of good things or interesting things too about the Amish, because they were talking about the Amish on what's that guy's name? It's channel. Um, he was talking about a guy's big channel with 1 million. I was watching it recently too, and now I can't think of the name. Is it James or Paul? Peter Santinello. He was talking about Peter Santinello, talking about it's a huge channel, talking about the Amish and a lot of good things. But I was like, there's, it's just like with anything, like people shouldn't ever be like, it's kind of, it's discriminatory, sort of. It's bad. Like all redheads are this or that, or, all, men are bad, all Amish people are good, all, you can't, just like my thing I'm saying about the online dating. I have met people who met and got married and found the right person on online dating, but I don't know. I haven't, because of our bad experiences. We get kind of um, uh, we get tainted. We get you know negative, and yeah, yeah. And I want to keep open-minded, and I don't want to be yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, it's every person's decision. Like I said, my mother-in-law, you know, uh, she seems content. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in forever, because she's, of course, would be siding with my ex, her son. Yeah, and yeah, you can be too busy. I really was too busy. I think some people aren't meant to be married. There's something else that they are meant to do. Yeah, I don't think it is for everybody. Yeah, and you were talking about Dolly. Well, Dolly was married, but she never had children. So when you said they said she was spending time with her grandkids, I was like, I don't think she has grandkids, but probably her nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews. She probably has those, because I think she was from a big family too. Yeah, that's why, like, I'm not sure. Yeah, I understand that. To be abandoned again would kill me. Yeah. Um, And my ex says he abandoned me, but I mean, I abandoned him, but no, he abandoned me like a long time ago. I was just there by myself, taking care of the kids, cooking, doing whatever he said, you know. the you know, it's like he was there, but he wasn't there. And it's funny because it was exactly the way my dad was. It was like he was there and he was present, like his body was there, but he wasn't there. He was, you know, he was reading the newspaper. My ex would be on the internet. And then, you know, I realized what he was doing on the internet. Oh, okay. that's what you want to do when you have a real flesh and blood woman right here. Makes no sense. But I will say this though. I feel like the best relations, the best, even though it was with a narcissist, the best relations is in a committed relationship. That's what it, you know, for me, because I tried out being bad. I had never been bad. I tried it out and it was not good. And then I found out from what the crazy, jealous woman at my church who spiritually abused me and then got me kicked out of Celebrate Recovery said I was a sex addict. I found out like, no, I'm definitely not that, because no, I'm not. She was just, I think she was projecting. I think she might have been a sex addict. I don't know. Because people do that. They project things onto you and they call you this and that and the other thing. And yeah, somebody called me fat the other day and I was like, oh, I guess I must have gained weight because I think they're projecting. I just lost 30 pounds. I feel not fat. I feel the opposite of fat. No, but I'm not. I know I'm not. I know I'm still fluffy, but I was just like, people project that onto you. And it was a red-haired lady. And I was just like, yeah, I think she's projecting. Because it was bad though to test out that theory, but I was just like, no, definitely not, because yeah, and I hate to say this in case like he's ever listening, but yeah, the best. I didn't have ex sex though, by the way, but when I went through the trumpet, I had a nightmare because I was like, oh yeah, I gotta stop doing this because it's gonna tempt me to have ex sex, and I didn't want to do that because yeah, I can't get married again. Becky said so. You're funny, Roy. Very funny, Roy. But yeah, and since 2014 when I separated from my ex, I lived with him for two years in the house, but in 4 years, in 2017 I was date raped, but I was celibate 4 years. 2017 I was date raped. I was celibate another year, and then I met Mohammed, and I chose to be with him. It was just like a week or whatever before he supposedly went back to Saudi Arabia, and he didn't go back to Saudi Arabia. He was going to come back when my divorce was final and get me to marry him, but I wasn't going to do that. So, oh, that's sad, Diane. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm in a much healthier place. Yes, I definitely am. And I'm thankful for that. And I can't do anything. I can't, like I keep talking about this book. Now, what do I do with it? I can't let my guard down and let those things back in. I can't let my boundaries down. You know what I mean? Like, a family member wanted to come here, and I said, I'm just getting my shit together. Excuse my language. I'm just getting my shit together. I can't do it. And I can't, it's a grown person. It's not really my responsibility anymore. It's very hard. It's very hard to not go back to that codependent place and just, want to step in and fix things. And, I maybe said too much and got too, that's what Wednesday was. I got too out of hand and just so upset. I wanted to fix the situation, but I can't. These, my kids are grown. My kids are, they have to figure out these things on their own. Yeah, it was in a personal message, so it wasn't a comment on my YouTube. Nobody. I have these comments. You're so beautiful. I don't, I'm like, I don't respond. Like, I feel weird, like, loving that comment. It feels awkward. Thank you. Move along. I didn't, it wasn't a comment on YouTube, thankfully. It wasn't a comment on YouTube, Lindy. It was a family member. I'm also delusional, by the way. You've got ugly. Crazy, insane, stupid, imperfect. I'm a mess, y'all. I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess. I'm the first one to admit it. Yeah, I can't, exactly. That's what I can't fix myself. How can I fix someone else? And then who are these people that I had a situation with this person that was telling me what to do. Tell me what to do with this person. And what not to do, and was getting on to me about something I already did. And it's like, excuse me? Thank you for the guilt trip, but no thank you. You're not perfect, and things are not perfect in your family, and you have issues of your own that you should be concerned about without, getting on to me about, you shouldn't say that to them. You're pushing them farther away. Well, guess what? Maybe I need to push them away anyways. And I can't push them any farther away than they already are. They're across the country. Hello? And I'm just like, who are, don't, and this is another boundary thing. Don't give people, especially unsolicited advice. Give your advice very limited, and only give it if they flat out ask you. And I'm guilty of this too. I'm guilty of giving unsolicited advice, but we should not do it. We should not do it. We should not try to guilt trip people. We should not try to manipulate people, make them feel sorry for us, et cetera, et cetera. It's not right. And don't let people guilt trip you. And stand up, speak up. Like Lindy was talking about on her live on Tuesday about the squeaky wheel gets the oil. I want to show you something too. This was funny because this came up today on a Journey with the Gingers is in Disney. This Too Tall account, right? So, no, where is it? Huh. Okay, here it is. They're going to the car. Wait, and the little short girl calls shotgun. And look at him. Look at him. He's sitting in the back, and he's like, he's like my son's. He's like 6'4", 6. He's probably taller than that. He's probably like 6'7", and he's cramming himself in the back and not saying anything. So I started to leave a comment and said about that girl. I'm like, that is so inconsiderate. And you know what I did? I didn't leave that comment. You know what I said? And he says, doesn't she know as a tall guy I should get an automatic front row seat? And this is what I said. This is what I said. I said, speak up. I said, say, little people ride in back. Can we get you a car seat? Okay, maybe that last part was mean, but I thought it was funny. Because, you can see in the video, she's a little short and she calls shotgun and he's just like, get in the back seat, all sad. I'm going to drop her link. I'll drop her link for you. Oh, yes, yes. Well, you see, I'm not going to be going in September. I don't think I'm going to be going to Philly in September. And my daughter has her mother-in-law there. So, and her mother-in-law took off work. And so I don't think I am going to be going. Since I'm just starting a job, even though it's part-time, but since I'm just starting a job and I wanted to drive and take my time too, but I can't because I just got a job lifeguarding. So I won't. So I'll be around. Yeah, we should meet up. That will be awesome. That will be awesome. I'm hoping, so next week, I'm hoping to take this little trailer that I'm renting somewhere. And I need to today get the adapter. The person that's renting me the trailer says I could probably get them at AutoZone. I need to get my adapter so it will go with their trailer hitch because it's a 7-prong one and mine is 3. So I'm figuring all that out because next week I'm really celebrating. I'm celebrating the whole month, you guys. My mom, my dad, my mom's birthday is on the 16th of August too. And I got the money from my mom and dad on the 15th of August last year. So it was a year ago. And that's part of the reason why I am doing so well, because I was just able just to sit here and chill and just enjoy my son and his friend, and just, cook, do YouTube. I've just been able to sit here and chill and get this nice apartment, and I got my nice car. I got my car on my own, though. I was proud of myself because my credit score went way up because when I sold my house in Georgia in 2020, I paid off all my debt and my car, and I paid cash for my RV. And then I sold my car. And so I was debt free. And right now, the only debt I have is my car. But I got that loan because I was waiting on the money I was sitting in St. Louis waiting on the money from my mom and dad, and it kept being delayed. And so I sold my RV, and then I needed something to come here in. And so I was able to get a loan, and I was so excited because I couldn't do that before because my credit was shot from my divorce and everything. And I was trying to fix up that house that I was doing Airbnb in Georgia. It was just a mess, but I couldn't really afford it. I had to end up selling it as is. Okay, so Carolyn, you are splitting up in New Mexico because she has to be back, not me. I have to meet someone there. I would love that. So The place I love in New Mexico. So this can be another thing on my scavenger hunt, which I hope to finish doing that post today and tell you all the things to search for. And it's going to be in my lives. So yeah, I went live. I went live from New Mexico and I ended up at a lake. So you would have to find this live too on Red's scavenger hunt for watch time. And you can win some little things, you know. You need an action figure. You need, I even have I have shot glasses, you guys. I stopped drinking again. I have a shot glass from the Forks. Isn't it pretty with a moose on it? From the Forks. And I have, Find My Live from Lake in the Woods. I loved Lake in the Woods. Lake in the Woods is where it snowed. You can't read that, but that's a shot glass from Lake of the Woods. I don't drink anymore. Y'all should find my see, I had to change the contest around. I could say find my first shot. Mom's first shot, that's on here. And I said to my son, so when I came here for Thanksgiving, I had a shot. My son gave me a shot. I don't even know what it was, but I was like, here, film. This is Mom's first. I said, I don't know. I don't think I ever had a shot before. I said, if I did, it was with your dad, but I don't remember. Because I was like, when I started having babies, I didn't drink anymore because there was just like so much alcoholism and addictions in my family, and I didn't want to bring up so I didn't drink for 32 years. I didn't drink at all. So, yeah, you have my phone number. You do. You'll be leaving. You're in South Dakota. I'll be leaving SD after having my residency established. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Is that the place where it's really easy, like to get your residency? Oh, that's dangerous. No, I'm not dangerous. Who you been talking to, Rochelle? Yeah, that's another thing I can put on so in New Mexico, I was at Story Lake. And get this, like just by accident, like guys, I didn't plan any of my travels very well. I mean, even my trip to Europe turned into let's go to Turin, Italy. Let's go to Paris. Let's go to London. I didn't go to Paris, but I went to London. I ended up in Turin, Italy. I was supposed to be in Lisbon, Portugal for a month. And so that's how my trips go. Let's see where in Colorado I will go next week. I'm just camping out for, I think it's 2 nights. I rented the Tagatha trailer and I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to see how comfortable I am pulling that trailer. And so let's see. So let me drop Terry Cole's link. But this is very good about boundaries, you know, when to say yes and when to say no and stuff like that. Don't say yes when you want to say no. Speak your truth. And like the tall guy, you know, like, no, that's not acceptable. Don't speak up. Like Lindy says, speak up, you know, and that's what I end up having to do with the, I'm not going to talk my wig off. That's what I end up having to do with the group in Portugal I was with. So, but I've gone 2 hours. Wow, y'all, I need to pray and go. I need to work on this scavenger hunt and put up like the things that you can just do it for fun if you want, if you don't want to win anything, but you can just find them for fun and be like, okay, I found it, you know, this is the one, or you know, just comment, watch my videos. Like I said, I need watch hours. I'm getting up to the point, I was past 2,000 watch hours. So I need about 1,000. I need about 1,000 more watch hours to be able to have the memberships. And then I need 4,000 to get the ads and stuff. And I'm right at there, almost to 1,000 subs. So I almost have enough subs for that. And you only need 500 to get the memberships, but you need what did I say? 3,000 watch hours. So yeah, that's why I'm doing the contest. And yeah, I guess got a ton of little things here. Oh, I have a beautiful turtle brooch. Isn't it pretty? And I just have a lot of little things. I have a top. I have, these earrings. These earrings I got in New Mexico on my way to courtside. If anybody wants to win those earrings, I have a little crystal. But I have a lot of little things. I have $5 worth of Euro coins. Anybody going to Europe and need those? And the adapter. I got bubbles. I got all sorts of things. I just thought it'd be fun. It'd be fun. Oh, the puzzle box. Oh, Yoda. I know. Some things I don't know if I could find again. So I wasn't sure I wanted to give them away. Like my clackers I got in Mexico. I'm like, no, I don't think I want to give those away. But I know I can find another Grogu. So I will let him go if anybody wants to win him. But these, I don't know. Can you find these anymore? I got these in Mexico. If I can find another, if anybody wanted these, if I can find more of them, I don't know. But I might not want to let these go because I got them when on my first trip to Mexico, I think. Or my second trip to Mexico. I went to Mexico twice on a mission trip with Newsboys. But anyways, so, okay. To go back 24 hours. I go from South Dakota to Maryland in 2 weeks. Oh, you only have to go back for 24 hours. Yeah, that's one of the things that the bully said about me. I'm dangerous. Peter Marshall wrote a sermon called Praying is Dangerous Business. So maybe that's true. Yes, and that's right. I'm going to pray and go because that's what I need to do now because I'm done. I said a poem. I read my devotion. I ate my lunch. And I wanted to read you guys this prayer. This is a great prayer. It's great to pray prayers from the Bible. And so in Ephesians, and this is what Daryl was talking about in his book. You can also win a little sheep. Oh, here's Etch a Sketch. Pad of paper from Abbey Road Studios. Okay, I'll stop. From this book. Okay. That is why, I'm going to pray this for you guys. That is why I kneel before the Father, from whom every family in heaven and on earth takes its name. And I pray, and I'll pray this for all of you. Lord, thank you for my YouTube friends and followers. I pray that he will bestow on you gifts in keeping with the riches of his glory, that he may strengthen you inwardly through the working of his Spirit. May Christ dwell in your hearts through faith, and may charity or love be the root and foundation of your life. Thus you will be able to grasp fully with all the holy ones the breadth and length and height and depth of Christ's love, and experience this love which surpasses all knowledge, so that you may attain to the fullness of God Himself. To Him whose power now at work in us can do immeasurably more than we ask or imagine, to Him be the glory in the church and in Christ Jesus throughout all generations, world without end. Amen. That's from Ephesians 3, verses 14 through 20. Moderators, you can drop your links if you want to. That's a good prayer to pray, that one in Ephesians. So I'll pray for us some more. In Mexico, I found them in Mexico, Rochelle. Your arms were bruised from them. My sister and her friend, my sister went as Fleetwood Mac, the cover of the Rumors album. And so my sister, if you look at the cover of the Rumors album, he has those clackers hanging from his waistcoat. Yeah, so she had those hanging from her waistcoat because she was Mac, and I think the other person in the picture, her friend was, is it Christine McVeigh or is it the other one? The other more famous one, really, and I can't think of her name. Christine McVeigh passed recently. That's why I'm thinking of her name. Stevie Nicks. I don't know which girl it is, but it's Fleetwood Mac. And on the cover, my sister and her friend did the cover of the Rumors Count. I remember I was like, I must have been about 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that. But yeah, the Click-Clacks. But we didn't keep any of those, and I was just like, I want to get these, and they're red. but so like I didn't put those in the contest though. I also have this little bell. I replaced things. I had this big old bell that I didn't ring it very often actually. I had this big bell to call my kids to dinner. And so when I was going to travel in my RV and I was selling all my things, and I was like, I can replace I replaced my big lion with a little lion ring that's tiny. And I replaced my big bell with, that's why I have so many tiny things. I kept collecting things, but they were tiny things so I could fit them in my RV. So I got this little bell instead of the big dinner bell. But I don't, this is a very unique thing that I found at antiquing with a friend in Georgia. And I don't have this in the contest either because I want to keep this. And I don't think I'd be able to find another one. It's a little brass Dutch woman. So those things are, I never got hit with them. Which is surprising since I had 6 older siblings. I got hit with other things, with fists, unfortunately. Yeah, we just kept at it. Yes. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I'll continue to pray for you. Let me know if there's any new prayer requests. There's my email. Look for my scavenger hunt on my community tab. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'm gonna up the limit. I was gonna put it at like 3 or 5 or something, but I'm probably gonna let you win as many as 10 little things, maybe. If people want to keep winning and keep scavenger hunting, and you don't have to want to win, you can do the scavenger hunt anyways. But please, I need watch time. That's why I'm doing it. And yes, that's it. I will see you Monday night. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Love you. Bye.